The Gulf is back. Next week marks the one-year anniversary of the devastating BP oil spill, which shut down everything from fishing to tourism. But that was then. Now it's back to life in a big way. And joining us from Gulf Shores, Alabama, is CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg. Hey, buddy. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Russ.
Looking at some of these numbers here from last year. In Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, last year revenues were down $100 million, almost $100 million from the year before. Where you are in Gulf Shores, lodging was down 41%. When you look at the big picture now, how is the area doing?
Well, they're starting to come back, and they're actually estimating about a 30% return towards normalcy this year if the numbers hold up. But remember, when you're dealing with a 41% drop in revenue like they had here in Alabama, so much of what the state's operating budget comes from are the taxes generated by hotels and resorts. And if nobody was coming, the money wasn't being generated. So they had to get it somewhere else. And in this case, it was from British Petroleum.
As we said, there were concerns last year about the fish there and were the fish safe to eat. What are the experts saying now?
Right now, the Gulf fish are probably the most tested stock in the world. They've done over 300,000 samples. Very, very few, thankfully, have shown any traces of either oil or dispersant. So that's the good news.
Let's talk about some other areas of the Gulf now. Louisiana, you have a great deal to tell us about it at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, of all places. What's that about?
Well, the Ritz-Carlton in New Orleans has been doing this for a while, but this year in particular, a room that normally goes for $409 a night is now going for $169 a night. And what's good about that is not just the rate, but they'll also let you get involved in a volunteer vacation where you can go out to St. Bernard's Parish and help with the rebuilding effort that goes back to Hurricane Katrina. So there's a lot of work to be done still in New Orleans, even though their revenues are way up this year. I mean, really way up. There's a lot that still needs to be done.
Yeah, and that's a CBS-approved hotel, so many of us have stayed there. Let's go down the coast east to Biloxi, Mississippi. You also say there's some good deals there.
Right, the Hard Rock Casino there, $150 a night for the room, but they throw in a $50 food credit, a $25 spa credit, and a lot of these places all throughout the Gulf are offering, like, stay 2 nights, get a 3rd night free. All of a sudden, that becomes an economically viable alternative for anybody wanting to travel here.
And again, you're in Gulf Shores, Alabama, a big tourist destination. Any deals there?
A lot of deals here, a lot of condos here, and that for families or couples is a great deal. They're starting at like $99 a night, but they don't stop there. They throw in other deals. For example, a round of golf, deep sea fishing, all for the same price. So if you're dealing with a $99 condo and you're a couple or a family, guess what? It's affordable. And
again, just to reiterate what you said earlier, you talked about fishing again. No traces of oil in the water there at all.
No, in fact, there are some traces of oil. The actual response teams, there was one that came by here a little while ago. Remember, I'm in Gulf Shores. If you do Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, you're dealing with a 32-mile stretch of beach here. In the last 2 weeks on Alabama beaches alone, they've collected nearly 10,000 pounds of tar balls. But let's put that in perspective. That is a very small number compared to what it was last year. And the beach behind me right now, very clean.
Okay, good to know. Okay, let's move on to Florida, where I also understand you found a beautiful resort.
Right, in Destin, Florida, the Sandestin Resort, again, they're doing 2-bedroom villas for as little as $169 a night, sometimes down to as $139 a night on some of the locations. For a family of 4 or 2 couples, that's less than $40 a night. That's a very good deal. All of a sudden, it's not expensive to come here, and it's not expensive to be here.
Peter, you touched on this earlier, but any predictions as to how long it will take before the area is truly back to normal?
Well, the latest surveys are showing a 30% return to normalcy this year. It's going to take another 2 to 3 years to get back on track, but they're definitely on their way based on the fact that it's not just price-driven. All those grants that they got, $38 million in Alabama, $48 million in Louisiana, was really to get out there and let people know they were okay. They could market tourism, they could market seafood, they could test the seafood, and they've done a pretty good job.
Peter Greenberg, looks like a beautiful morning there. Enjoy your day. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. See you next time. You can find out more information at cbsnews.com/Saturday.